Hi, the internet. Welcome to the What Else Show. I'm your host, Robert. This is Bethany.
Hi, internet.
And today we've got a brand new What Else show for you. Bethany, what else are we talking about today?
Today we are talking about the first episode of the 90s sitcom from TGIF, Step by Step.
That's right. We're talking about Step by Step.
Step by Step.
None of that information necessary to explain what we're talking about. I mean, you saw the description. Then I said, what are we talking about? Bethany could have just said Step by Step. Who cares? Who cares? Why am I even going into it? Doesn't make any sense. Bethany, how about now you give us some particulars of Step by Step?
Okay, Step by Step is a sitcom from the 90s, part of the TGIF lineup.
What years did the show run from?
1991 to 1998. 160 episodes.
How many seasons is that?
7 seasons.
7 seasons. Wow, that's a lot.
7 for a TGIF show. Yeah, there were a few that had some longevity, and this was one of them, apparently.
It starred Patrick Duffy and Suzanne Summers.
Yes.
And a bunch of kids.
And a lot of kids, yeah.
The only recognizable kid is the girl from My Two Dads.
Stacey Keenan.
Her. You watched the show in its original run?
I did, yes. I remember some of the characters, but I don't think I definitely never saw the first episode. But I didn't start watching it until they had the guy living in the van in their driveway.
Yeah, Cody.
Cody, thank you.
Cody is not in the first episode.
No, he's not in the first episode. He's later.
Yeah. I think I watched this, and I think I watched the first episode because I think they had like media coverage, what, advertisements? What am I trying to say? Trailers?
They advertised it.
They advertised that the show was coming, and it was like a big TGIF thing, like, oh, next week this show is coming.
New show added to the lineup.
I think I watched the first episode way back when, but so long ago, I did not remember. I don't know where the show went or what happens in the last episode.
I don't remember.
They probably marry Dana off, and she leaves to get married.
Yeah.
And the little girl leaves to college. Seven seasons, 160 episodes, 6 years. That's a long time.
That is a long time. Those kids grew up.
Yeah, they were all in their 40s by the time the
Cody
show
was
over.
like 50.
Yeah, Cody shouldn't have never been there in the first place.
I don't know. Like, I remember the character, but I don't remember any situations with him, so I have no clue.
30-year-old living in a van in the backyard. It's so weird situation. And he's always pining after Dana. Remember that?
Oh, I vaguely remember that.
As far as I can remember, he was always sexually harassing her. I don't remember exactly. I just know he liked her.
You don't know that. Yes. Okay. We don't know that's a fact.
No, we don't. Because we only watched the first episode.
We only watched the first episode.
And Cody is not in it.
Cody's nowhere. Yep. Not in it.
Cody's not in the first episode.
No.
Cody was in some movies after Step by Step.
Yes.
Namely, Kickboxer 2,
yes!
Kickboxer 3, and Kickboxer 4.
I remember that. I remember him being in those movies. I have not seen them, but I remember, like, I was a big Cody fan.
Yeah, I was more of a Van Damme fan, so I didn't jump ship
liked
Kickboxer 2.
Cody, yes.
Right. Well, I mean, he was charged with a misdemeanor domestic violence charge, but whatever.
Oh, was he?
Let's leave his personal life
I don't know anything. I don't know anything about him.
I think maybe that's why he didn't go on to do more things. I don't know, though. I have no idea. Maybe he has a bad agent. I don't know.
Maybe. Or maybe he just decided to get out of acting and pursue his dream.
Maybe he got, like, heavy
of
and ugly.
Living in a van.
Heavy or ugly.
Oh, maybe.
Or both.
Maybe. And nobody wanted him.
You're not a kickboxer. Right?
Right.
That's why I wasn't in Kickboxer 5. Can we please stop talking about Cody and start talking about Step by Step? So this show starts like all other shows start. Most shows start with the intro.
The intro.
The intro is iconic.
It is. Well, I don't know if we call it iconic.
It is. What is it when something is like trope heavy?
Oh, not iconic. No, I would say
Trope-conic.
It's trope-conic. Yes, it's like the family is there, and there's like the music lead in, and the family they're at the amusement park, and so they
swells.
Yes, and they're riding rides, and they're on roller coaster, like they're doing all kinds of stuff at the amusement park as a family, and they're like laughing and smiling, having a wonderful time.
A lot of looks to the camera.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
super like not. They're not like candid shots.
Fantastic.
It's like so. They're like so posed and like.
Yeah.
That's the intro.
That's the intro.
Yep.
Show starts. It's got a little title. It's like His House is what it says.
Yeah. Which I was like, oh, you don't see that very often
Right.
in 90s. That's like a soap thing. Like
Yeah.
that's like a 90s, not really a 90s thing. So it says His House.
Yeah. We
Yes.
get there and it's Patrick Duffy's house and his 3 kids are sitting in their dirty kitchen
It's filthy dirty.
trying to eat some breakfast, and they go into the cabinet to get cereal. They got 3 boxes of cereal. None of them have
They're
cereal in them.
all empty. They're all empty.
Patrick Duffy shows up. They have a little bit of banter. The youngest girl decides she's sick and doesn't want to go to school. Mm-hmm. Patrick Duffy decides she's lying, and everybody goes to school and work anyways. The next scene, it says her house. Mm-hmm. We're at Suzanne Summers' house. Mark is doing a science project.
Yes, there you go. Yep.
And the 2 girls are talking about girl stuff like pimples.
Yes, and they're just like hanging out in the kitchen. So
Yeah.
it's like another, opening breakfast kitchen scene, and it's the complete opposite of what is going on at Patrick Duffy's house. Like everything looks very clean and organized.
Suzanne Summers is late for work. Her sister walks in and says, how can your mother be late for work? My sister be late for work? When she works at home, it's kind of revealed that she's got her house is connected to her work, which is a salon.
Beauty salon. Yep.
Beauty salon, hairstylist.
Yes.
I don't know what they do there.
Yeah, it's a
They
salon.
could do
Yeah.
pedicures or footicures, but manicures.
There you go.
Manicures and pedicures.
There you go. Nailed it. Yeah.
Handicures and footicures.
Handicures and footicures. Yes. So it's a salon. She runs a salon out of her house.
Suzanne Summers comes downstairs and she's like, why didn't you wake me up earlier? They're like, because this was your first day back from vacation. Suzanne Summers goes into her salon. Mm-hmm. I'm going to call it a salon from now on.
Yeah, salon.
Goes into her salon, and the sister and the mother are really like, oh, did you meet a man in Jamaica? She just got back from Jamaica. That's where her vacation was. We're in the salon. The mother and sister are giving Suzanne Summers a hard time about meeting a man in Jamaica. Suzanne Summers doesn't want to say anything. She says she didn't meet anybody. They keep giving her a hard time. They know she met somebody. Patrick Duffy walks into the salon.
Yes.
Patrick Duffy walks into the salon for a haircut. Suzanne Summers asks if he wants a cup of coffee. He says yes. Do you need any help? She says yes. They go into Suzanne Summers' kitchen, and when they get into the kitchen, they start to make out.
Yes.
They were in Jamaica together.
They were in Jamaica together.
Right.
Yes.
Patrick Duffy has been getting his haircut from Suzanne Summers for like 3 months. They went to Jamaica separately and ended up together. And they got married in Jamaica.
Yes.
They've been married for 36 hours. It's revealed in this conversation that they did not go to Jamaica separately. Patrick Duffy followed Suzanne Summers to Jamaica.
Yes.
Via her travel agent.
Yes. Velma.
Yes.
Velma the travel agent.
Great
Yes.
job remembering a useless character.
Sorry. That's what I'm here for.
I think Patrick Duffy's a creep for following her to Jamaica. Suzanne Summers does not think of it that way. You don't think he's a creep?
No, I don't think he's a creep.
He found out where she was going, where she was staying, what time she went to bed, what time her bowel movements were. I don't think that bowel
That's
movement part, they didn't mention
okay.
that.
You're just adding.
It's just-
you're adding things. Okay, yeah. I guess it was like
We don't know everything he knows.
kind of creepy.
He was
yeah.
going through a trash.
Okay, I mean maybe like a little creepy, but
Oh, you want somebody to follow you to Jamaica? You are the worst.
I didn't think it like it was. I don't know.
Ladies, don't follow
thought
me
it
to
was
Jamaica. Creeps.
I thought it was cute. that
Don't ever
he-
follow me to Jamaica.
Oh, I'm following you to everywhere.
If you're not invited,
I am
I'll
following
invite
you
you.
everywhere.
If I want you to go, you'll be invited. They're in the kitchen.
Yes.
He followed her. Blah blah blah.
Yes.
They decide that they have to have their kids meet, and they start dating so that this can all happen very naturally.
Yes. That's the plan.
So Patrick Duffy decides that Suzanne Summers is going to have a barbecue and they're going to come to the barbecue. It's just the two families at the barbecue, which would send up red flags to me if I was one of these child. But like I said, they're pretty young.
Yeah, they're pretty young and probably
Did
pretty.
I say one of these childs? One of these children?
Yeah, I wasn't going to call you out on it. I was just going to just keep going.
The internet will do it, Bethany. Thanks.
So the childs.
One of the childs.
So Patrick Duffy brings over his three childs, and they meet Suzanne Summers' kids, and they don't get along.
They don't get along.
The kids don't get along.
JT has already put a rat in Dana's locker at school. They go to the same school.
Yeah. They're like the two oldest.
Yes.
Yeah, those are the two oldest ones. So they don't get along. They're like already fighting.
They're in the backyard. Patrick Duffy's burning burgers.
Totally cannot cook burgers at all.
Patrick Duffy's youngest daughter. So Al gets ketchup on Karen?
Yes.
Karen's shirt.
Yes.
And it's a little stain and it can't be seen. And Al says it was an accident. And she said, if I wanted to do this on purpose, I would have done this. She sprays her with ketchup and then they break into a food fight. And during the JT had already called Suzanne Summers a bimbo.
A bimbo. Yeah. He told his dad, you could do better than this bimbo, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
And he calls her a bimbo again.
Yes.
During this food fight. And Patrick Duffy says, she's not a bimbo and we're not dating, we're married.
Yes.
Which he was not supposed to say.
He was not supposed to say that, and all the kids are visibly shocked.
Visibly shocked.
Yes.
The next scene we've got the Patrick Duffy family moving in.
Yes.
They've got a big truck with all their stuff, and it only took them one day.
One day. Yeah.
To move their whole house out and into Suzanne Summers' house.
Yeah.
They're moving stuff, and they brought a pig with them. I don't remember the pig being in the show, so that might just be a first episode thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. But yeah, so Allie's got the pig, and so she's freaking people out in the house with the pig. Yeah, so she's using the pig to wreak havoc.
The next scene we get, they're not all. It's the morning, and they're getting off to work. It's a work day.
It's a work day. Yep. And they're Suzanne Summers and Dana are cleaning off the table from breakfast, and Patrick Duffy comes down, and Suzanne Summers tells him that, we usually eat breakfast as a family, like together. And, he's like shocked and fascinated that's
what a weird time for Suzanne Summers to bring it up. She wouldn't bring it up the night before.
That's so weird. We should have breakfast tomorrow. Let's have breakfast tomorrow as a fan. Like,
hey, you know what? Let's all take the week off so that we can kind of get acclimated together, get the house straightened out as a family.
Yeah. Yeah, like they move in and then it's like the next day they're just like, woo, this is where we live now. Like
they move in on a Friday afternoon and they're off to work Monday morning.
God,
these are hard workers.
So crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't take any days off.
No.
And I feel like this whole breakfast thing would have come up like Saturday and Sunday. Maybe. I don't know.
Who knows?
Doesn't matter. In the morning again, Al tries to pretend that she is sick because she does not want to go to school. Patrick Duffy tells Suzanne Summers, she does it all the time, just get her off to school. She's faking it. Patrick Duffy goes to work. Suzanne Summers stays to talk to Al, and she's like concerned. Al says her stomach hurts, and Suzanne Summers says she feels warm.
Yes. So Suzanne Summers believes her, and so they go off to the doctor, and then the next scene is
they're all at the hospital.
They're at the hospital because she had appendicitis.
Appendicitis, sure.
Yeah.
Had not burst yet.
Yeah.
Which is good.
She had to have her appendix out.
The kids kind of reconcile in there. They're starting to talk to each other. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry this happened to your sister. But they're still kind of at odds.
Yes. But they're at least like nice to each other in this scene.
The doctor comes out and says that Al wants to see the mother, and then the doctor says, well, she actually said the bimbo. I figured she meant you.
I assumed that, she meant you. So it's kind of a callback.
Suzanne Summers goes in the hospital room. Al has just got woken up after surgery. And there's like a long kind of saccharine kind of conversation between Suzanne Summers and Al. It's like the heartfelt part of the show.
Yeah, and it felt forced to me. Did it feel forced?
I mean, it felt like all those shows at that time.
Like, I don't know.
That want these heartwarming scenes.
Yeah, it just wasn't very good. They reconcile and Suzanne Summers gives her a hug.
She gets a hug. Patrick Duffy walks in, smiles. We cut to the next scene. It's Patrick Duffy and Suzanne Summers in bed. Mm-hmm. She's going over the shopping list, and Patrick Duffy wants to have sex with her.
Yes.
They allude to it.
They yes.
So he draws that on the shopping list, and he's like, well, let's check this off the list right away. The end of the show.
Yep, that's it. Credits roll.
What'd you think?
It was fun. I think for being a 90s show, I think it hit all the high points of like a 90s show. A couple of the jokes hit. A couple of jokes hit.
As I was watching it, I was watching from the beginning, and I was like, God, this show is not good. And it kind of hit a stride, and I was like, oh, you know what? I'm laughing. I'm enjoying this. And then it took another dive again when Suzanne Summers had to give this heartfelt conversation with this little girl.
Yeah.
And like that's where it ended, which is crazy that it would have that ramp up and ramp down because it's a short show. It's just a half-hour sitcom, 22 minutes long.
Yeah.
Overall, I think I enjoyed it.
I think I did too, and now I really want to watch more of them.
I definitely want to watch more episodes because I know the next episode has Urkel from Family Matters in it. So how could I not watch at least the next episode? I hate to get into what's going to happen in the next episode because this show is first episodes. As far as this show is concerned, there are no more episodes.
I wanted to watch the second episode because I was like, where the hell is Cody?
I said no. He was going to get conflated with the first episode.
Yes. Yes. So, yeah, I think I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think I did too.
Yeah.
What was the high point of the show for you?
I was trying to think of like the joke that I thought was really Dana says something like, well, maybe he'll have a mirror and you can stare at your face all the way up the stairs or something like that. And I just thought that was really funny.
Wow. Okay.
I just thought it was funny.
What about a low point?
The conversation at the very end.
Yeah, the
kind of
conversation.
tanked the show for me.
It tanked the whole show, right?
Yeah.
It's funny.
It really did.
These like family sitcoms from the 90s had to be both funny and heartwarming.
Yeah, and the music changes. Like, when it's like it's supposed to be like a heartwarming scene because like, oh, they're playing the Feely music.
Yeah. It wasn't good enough for a show just to be funny.
Yeah.
Is that crazy? Do you recommend other people watch this show?
I would recommend it with a caveat.
What's the caveat?
So if you are into kind of this 90s shows, kind of nostalgic, the TGIF lineup, if that is kind of nostalgic for you, I think you'd probably enjoy maybe kicking off, the step-by-step series.
I am not going to recommend it.
No,
I don't think it's very good. I think what I'm getting out of it is mostly nostalgia. Yeah, I don't think it's very good. If you want to watch a show that's probably not very good, that's 160 episodes, this might be the show for you. But
yeah, maybe.
I don't think it's going to hit any kind of high point that... I don't remember it hitting the high point back in the day when I watched it. And I can't imagine it doing it now. So I don't recommend it. Do you have anything else to say about Step by Step?
I do not.
One more thing about the intro. There's an awful green screen of them on a roller coaster.
It's so bad.
It's so awful. It's like, why have this? You're the one that edited. You know what it looks like.
Yeah.
You don't need this part.
It looks terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they left it in there in the intro. So that's all
very weird
that's the last thing I had to say
they did
about
that.
it.
Yeah. Okay.
Should I take us out?
Yeah, Robert, take us out.
Thanks for watching, Internet. You can follow the show on Twitter at What Else Show. We're also on Instagram at The What Else Show. Please like, subscribe, and share on YouTube. If you have a comment about Step by Step or any TGIF show or any show that's ever existed, leave it in the comments. Bye, Internet.
Bye, Internet.
Patrick Duffy's youngest daughter.
Allie.
Allie?
Yep.
Al. It's Al.
It's Al. Yeah, but they call her Allie sometimes in the show.
I think they just call her Al.
He and Suzanne Summers call her Allie.
Pretty sure everybody calls her Al.
Anyway, I'll prove you wrong later.
That'll be great because then I can cut all this out.
Okay, good.
But if I'm right, guess what's staying in?
It's staying in. You're going to have some editing to do.